Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a bunch of books behind me and we are talking about all the series that I'm in the middle of and whether or not I'm going to be continuing them. We actually have so many series. I'm scared. It gives you guys a good idea of what series I'm in the middle of, so when I do a continuing series I'm in the middle of vlog, you guys have a better idea of what series I am in the middle of. First one is Dire Bound by Sable Sorensen, a Wolves of Ruin series. I think it's going to be a trilogy. I'm not too sure. The second book, Fury Bound, is coming in like a week or two, but I will be continuing the series. I just read this book at the beginning of the month and it was very close to being a 5-star. I really did love it. It did remind me a lot of Fourth Wing. I'm not gonna lie, but that does not mean I did not enjoy it. Okay? I was still vibing with it. I was still fucking with it. Okay? I'm excited for the next book in terms of what the hell is gonna happen because our main female character found out something about who she really is. And so I'm excited to see how that comes into play in the next book. Stark, the man that he is. Next, I have the Legacy series by Melissa K. Warwick. I'm just missing the fourth one, Dawn of Chaos and Fury. I have read Reign of Shadows and Endings. This is the deluxe edition or special edition, whatever. I have read this at the beginning of the year, 5 stars. Loved it. So now I'm excited to get into the rest of the series. I still have books 2, 3, and 4. I just have to buy the fourth one. As you can tell, these are big books. I feel like if I'm gonna wait too long, I'm not gonna remember much and then I'm gonna be lost. But I will be continuing the series. Because also, like, I'm pretty sure in the second book it turns into a love triangle. I'm interested to see how that plays out, even though I hate love triangles because I want to know who she ends up with. It's so fun that it's like a dark romantasy. I don't think I've personally read dark romantasy before, so I loved it, obviously. Next, this is also a recent one, is The Zodiac Academy. I've only read the first one, which is The Awakening, and I will be continuing the series. It was a 4.25, loved it, and I'm actually really excited to get into the second one. I did not feel like bringing the rest of the series over here. I actually only have up to book 4 in my possession right now, so doesn't matter. So I will be continuing the series. I'm planning on reading it in the way that you're supposed to read it, and you like stop after book 3 of this and then you read another series and then you continue with Zodiac Academy and then there's other series. So like I'm planning on reading it in that way, but we'll see how I feel about the other series when the time comes. But for sure, finishing Zodiac Academy or continuing. Next, it's an interconnected standalone series. So I don't know what it's called, but Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. I have read the next one, which is Promise Me Not. I'm pretty sure that there's 2 more books out. I'm not 100% sure, but I absolutely loved Say You Swear. It was easy 5 stars, and I don't know, like I low-key want to reread it at some point. Promise Me Not, I did not love it as much as Say You Swear. I had such high hopes because of Say You Swear that I think I was just let down. Also, both of these are love triangles, and there's the same guy in both of the, like in this, one of the guys in the love triangles is the same guy in this love triangle. And I just hate him. Like I can't. So I don't know if I'm going to be continuing the series, if I'm being quite honest. Am I going to reread this book? Probably, but am I going to continue the series? Probably not. I don't know. I think Say You Swear kind of like set up so well that I think the rest of the books I'm going to have such high expectation for that it's not going to be met. And I don't know. I didn't even realize that there was more books in the series until one time we went to the bookstore and my friend was talking about Say You Swear, and I was like, oh my god, there's more books. And so I don't really care. And I have so many other books on my TBR already that I'm prioritizing more. So I don't I don't think so. Unless someone changes my mind saying like the third book or the fourth book is like so good. Next is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. So I have read Better Than the Movies, but I have not read Nothing Like the Movies yet. I am planning on reading it. Obviously, I have the physical copy. I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet, especially since every single time I read a Lynn Painter book, I absolutely devour it and I love it so much. So I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet. But essentially, like the couple from the first book, they're in college now in the second book, but they broke up. So now they're trying to get back together, I think. I loved Better Than the Movies, so I'm sure I'm going to love Nothing Like the Movies and even like every book that I've read by Lynn Painter. Absolutely loved. So I am planning on continuing it. Next is another interconnected standalone series. I think it's Off the Ice series. There's 4 books actually. Well, the 4th book is not out, I don't think. But essentially there's Collide, Spiral, Revolve, and then there's a 4th book coming out called Embrace. I've only read Collide, but I am excited to read the next books. So I will be continuing the series and I'm very excited for Embrace. I think I put this on like 26 reads I want to read in 2026 or something, or books that I'm anticipating the release, something like that. I've put Embrace in that. These covers are also just so adorable, so aesthetic. Yes, I'm very excited. I just, again, don't know why. I've just been avoiding them even though I ate up Collide. Next, Bride and Mate. I read Bride. I have not read Mate yet, but I am planning on it. You best believe. Probably around like October-ish, September, October. I don't know why. It's giving fall vibes. But I absolutely ate up Bride and I immediately got Mate right after I read Bride. And I got into a really bad reading slump when I got it. So that's why I haven't picked it up. You best believe. This fall. Unless I'm in the mood for it before fall, then I'll just pick it up. Yeah. A lot of people are saying that Mate is better than Bride, and I'm like, I rated Bride 4.5. So if Mate is better, that's crazy. Okay? So now I have really high expectations, which I'm scared that that is going to be my downfall for it. Next is Breaking My Fucking Wrist, the Linden Yu series by B. Celeste. Now, I read these when I first started reading. I think they were my first like sports romance. They're football romances. I've read these 3, which is Dare You to Hate Me, Beg You to Trust Me, and Lose You to Find Me. I love them all. I just didn't realize that there was more in this series until recently. I think I was reorganizing all my books. I was looking into like every single book if they had a series or whatever, and I found out that there was more in the series. I think there's either 1 or 2 more. So I'm going to look into it. But I think I'm gonna continue the series because I absolutely love these ones. I think about this one every single day, I think. I loved it. And you know what? People don't talk about these books. Maybe I'll reread them actually with the 2 new books that I haven't read. That's an idea. That's an idea. But yes, I will be continuing the series 100% when I remember to get the other books. Next, I have the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. This one's a maybe, okay? Because I've read Shadow and Bone and Season Storm, so I only have Ruin and Rising left. And it's not the fact that I don't like it. I do like it. It's different than every other fantasy that I've read, and I do want to read Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom because I have them on my TBR as well. The only reason I'm saying a maybe is because I actually went to go pick up Ruin and Rising in February, I think, and I read the prologue and I read a few pages of the first chapter, and I was completely lost because I haven't read the first 2 books in so long. So I'm watching the show currently to see if it catches me up. If it doesn't, I probably won't pick up the book, but if it does, then I will continue the series. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not like I don't like the books. It's just I haven't read the first 2 books in so long. Next, this is an interconnected standalone series. I don't know what this series is called. I don't own the other books, but apparently like this is the 3rd book out of 4 or something. I don't know. I did not know that. But I will not be continuing the series at all. I actually didn't even complete this book. I DNF'd it at 23%. If you want more details about it, I did a reading wrap up. Was it my March reading wrap up. Yeah, I think my March reading wrap up. I went more into detail about why I DNF'd this book, but so I'm not going to be continuing the series. I'm actually not going to be picking up any more Tessa Bailey books other than the ones I already own, which I think I only have like 2 or 3 books that I have not read by her that I own. Sorry, don't hate me. I did not like it. That was mean. Next, Bookshops and Bone Dust. This is the prequel to the series. So there's Legends and Lattes, and I think there's another book that just came out or something like that. I will be continuing the series whenever I get the other books. I just never grabbed the other books, but I do think about it. Every time I go to the bookstore, I think about getting the other books. I just never do. So maybe this fall I'll read Legends and Lattes, but I did really like this. The only reason I have this book is because I did a reading vlog of like doing a blind date with a book and reading that book, and that was this one. I would have never picked this up otherwise because I don't like cozy fantasy, but this pleasantly surprised me, and so I do want to read Legends and Lattes if I'm in a cozy fantasy mood. Next is Lovelight Farms by BK Borison. I don't remember what the series is called, but it's interconnected standalone series, and there's like maybe 4 books in it. I don't remember. But this was like a Christmassy one I read for a Christmas reading vlog so long ago, actually. I remembered it was cute. I loved it. I don't think I need to remember anything else about it for me to read the rest of the series. So I most likely will because I like BK Borison's writing, like the books that I have read by her so far. I have loved. So I probably will continue the series. I just don't own the series. So probably wouldn't be anytime soon, but it will be a time. Next, I have The Coven and the Curse by Harper L. Woods. I think there's only one more book after this. I think, but it's gonna be a no for me. It's gonna be a no. I read these 2 books in October of last year, I believe. I rated them so low. I did not like them that much. I wanted to DNF the second book so bad, but I just decided to push through because I was listening to it and there was not that much time left. But I will not be getting the next book, and I don't really care that much. I don't remember anything that happened in it, by the way. Like, I really don't. So it's gonna be a no for me. I'm gonna keep them because, like, look how pretty these are. The third one is also really pretty, but I'm not gonna buy it because if I'm not gonna read it, then why am I gonna own it? I thought I would love it, and it was just a miss for me, which is okay. It happens. But I will not be continuing the series. Fae and Alchemy series, so Quicksilver and Brimstone. So there's only one more book left, and it's coming in November of this year. I'm so excited. So, needless to say, I am going to be continuing the series. Okay. I'm going to be finishing it, in fact. The ending of Brimstone. How dare you? How dare you? So, I'm just itching for the next book, okay? I need it right now. Oh my god, how dare my friend tell me to read Quicksilver and then read Brimstone before the last book even is out. How dare she? I love the first 2 books, and so I have high expectations for the last book. I have so many questions that need to be answered. I don't know, but I need to calm down. I have another interconnected standalone series. It's called the When in Rome series. There's 4. The 4th one is out right now. I just have not bought it yet, but I will be continuing the series. I loved it. It's so cute. Quick reads. Like, I love listening to them on Spotify. They're so quick, they're so easy. Like, I remember listening to this in one sitting, and I was just doing my puzzle and I was just vibing. So, yeah, if you want something that's like super quick, super easy to fly through, especially as a palate cleanser, like if you're reading a lot of dark romances or a lot of fantasies and you just need something a little different, these are amazing. So yeah, the last book is In Your Dreams, I believe, and I will be buying it eventually and I will be reading it. Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. It's more of a no. I was gonna say maybe, but it's more of a no because I was listening to this book and I listened to the whole thing, but I did not retain any information. Okay, so then I was like, I'll just re-listen to it, but like at a slower speed so then I can actually retain the information. I DNF'd it the second time around. Well, soft DNF'd it. And I was like, okay, well, maybe it's just I'm not in the mood for it. And then I started listening to it again. And yeah, no, never fucking finished it. So maybe it's the fact that I'm listening to it. So maybe if I read it, I don't really know. I do like the next book looks so pretty. Well, they all do, if I'm being honest. The next book after this is so pretty. We'll see if I pick it up again and if I'm gonna read it instead of listening to it. But for right now, as we're standing, it's gonna be a no. Next, I have It Ends With Us and It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. Okay. I read It Ends With Us just before the movie came out because I wanted to watch the movie, but I already owned the book. I loved the book, I loved the movie. And the reason why I love the book is also because, like, I wasn't too far into my reading journey. I'm not like where I'm at now. Okay. But I also resonated with the book so heavily. I was in a relationship like Lily was with what's his face? With Ryle. Okay. I was in the same type of situation as Lily was with Ryle. And so I resonated with this story so well. A little bit of a trigger warning, but I was in a very abusive relationship for a year and a half. I wasn't in it for too long. Like, I mean, a year and a half is still a long time, but it's not as long as a lot of people have dealt with. And so I resonated with this story so heavily. Now, that being said, am I gonna read It Starts With Us? I don't know. If I'm being quite honest, it might be a no because I have no interest anymore. Like, I'm at a different level of my reading journey. Like, my reading journey is so different now than it was before. I have different reading tastes. I don't know. So, I don't know if I would pick it up because I know that this is about like Lily and Atlas. So, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe if they make a movie, then I'll read the book, but it's probably going to be a no, if I'm being quite honest. Because I've had this book on my TBR for a while now. I've just never had the urge to pick it up. Next, I have what is this series called? The Dream Harbor series. I have the first four. I think there's another book out, and I think there's another book coming out. I believe. Now, I've read every single one of these books. I have not read the one that's a new release, and am I gonna continue this series? That's a good question. I'm going to say probably not because I enjoyed the books in this series. I enjoyed them for what they were, which is just a palate cleanser book. It's not really anything like, it's not a 5-star book, if I'm being honest. Like, it's not like I'm picking this up because I know it's going to be such a good book. No, I'm picking this up because I need a palate cleanser for in between, like, just heavy topic books or a good book to listen to on audio book format because you don't have to think much. But that being said, I don't think I'll be buying the next two books slash reading them. But that could change. Like, if I am in the mood for one of these types of books, then I'll pick it up. But then I have a lot of other books that I'm like, I would rather read instead. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a no. Well, maybe more so a no. Next, I have He Knows When You're Awake, Stalking in a Winter Wonderland. There's also He Sees You When You're Sleeping. So I've read He Sees You When You're Sleeping. I just don't have the book. Okay, but I have this book and I have not read it. Am I planning on reading it? Yes. Yes, has to be during the Christmas time, obviously. It's a stalker romance, but make it Christmassy. I enjoyed the first book for what it was again. Like, it's not like I know this is gonna be a 5 star, but it's a vibe. It's a different type of Christmassy book. So I'll be reading this. Next I have Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. Okay, I have these 2 books. There is a third book out, and I think that's all that there's gonna be. I don't know. But I've read the first book and I rated it, I think, a 2 star. Ugh. And I started reading Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands, and I soft DNF'd it. I think at like page 80 or something like that. Am I going to continue the series? I don't know. Right now, it's a no. Because, so I soft DNF'd the second book, but it's looking more as like a hard DNF because like I have no interest in picking up the other book. I mean, picking it up. But if I do end up picking up the book and I do end up liking it, then I will get the third book. Right now, I have no interest. We'll see. Because it's springtime now, so maybe I will pick it up because these give more springy vibes. Now I have The Web of Silence Duet by Lee Rivers. I will be continuing it. I read Little Stranger, and not that I loved it, but I did not mind it. Okay, it was a good time. It's a taboo dark romance. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, it's obviously not gonna be groundbreaking, but it's obviously gonna be fun. Okay, and I just got this one recently, Little Liar. So I will be continuing it. I just have to read the Edge of Darkness series first. Next, I have First Time Caller by B.K. Morrison and Now Back to You, or and Now Back to You. And I think there's going to be a third. I don't know, but I will be continuing it. I loved First Time Caller, especially listening to it was really fun because like they're radio show hosts. So literally it's like you're listening to a podcast, and I feel like the second one is going to be the same and I'm going to love it. I'm going to eat it up. Okay, so I will be continuing the series. I'm excited. Now, these ones I don't know if they really count, but like they're interconnected. I believe, like at least like Next to You and Next of Kin and Out on a Limb and Out of the Woods are interconnected. I believe like they're 2 different things, but I will be continuing them. I've read Next of Kin and Out on a Limb, so I will be reading Next to You and Out of the Woods. I will. I actually have Next to You on my April TBR, and I will be reading it this weekend for a 24-hour reading challenge, and I'm so excited. But Hannah Bonham Young, I love her books. They're easy 5 stars. Okay, they're bingeable. They're such cute rom-coms, but they're still like heavier topics that need to be discussed. I love it when a romance book does that. So, I love these books. Next, I have the Sparrow Falls series. I only have the first 2 books. I don't own the rest of the books. I think there's 6 books in the series. I've only read Fragile Sanctuary, but I will be reading the rest of the series. You best freaking believe. I don't know why I haven't picked up Delicate Escape yet. I rated Fragile Sanctuary 5 stars. Why haven't I picked up Delicate Escape? Basically, these are like romance books, but suspense. They're suspenseful romance books, and there's like mysteries going on. I'm sat. Okay. I'm reading them. I'm excited. Again, I don't know why I haven't picked it up. I even want to read the rest of Catherine Cowell's books, like her entire backlog. I want to read them all. Anyways, next I have the Bewitched trilogy, and the prequel, The Curse That Binds, by Laura Thalassa. I've only read Bewitched and Bespelled, and there's a third book coming out at the end of this year, I believe. And then I haven't read the prequel, which is The Curse That Binds. I probably will be reading it in October, and I will be continuing the series. I will be continuing the series. There's just 1 book left, and it's coming at the end of the year. And the way that the second book, Bespelled, ended, I am foaming at the mouth for the next one. I can't. Okay, I can't. This is me contemplating my life, by the way. No, I will be continuing the series. I will probably read The Curse That Binds a little closer to the release date of the next book, just so then I'm back in the world a little bit, so then I can kind of get a little refresher. Even though it won't really refresh me on the first two books, but it'll kind of give me a vibe. You know what I mean? But yes, continuing. Immediate. There's so many books. I still have so many. Next, I have the Caraval trilogy. Yes, I will be continuing the series. I actually have Legendary, the middle book, on my TBR this month, and I'm also reading it this weekend for a 24-hour reading challenge. I have not read Caraval in a hot minute, so I'm a little nervous that it's going to be the same issue that I had with Ruin and Rising and the Shadow and Bone trilogy, where I'm going to be a little lost, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. But I'm sure that I will love it and then therefore want to read Finale. I remember just being so immersed in this world and thinking I know something is happening, but it's not real. And I'm like, what? This is trippy. I had such a good time. Next, I have Until I Get You by Claire Contreras. I think it's an interconnected standalone series. I'm not 100% sure. It's a no for me. It's a no. I'm not continuing the series. I think I rated this book like 2 stars, 2 or 3 stars. I think 2 stars. Yeah, I have no interest in picking up the next book. I was very disappointed in this book, and I unfortunately also deterred my best friends for reading this book because we all got it at the same time and they saw my review and they were like, no, I don't want to read it. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not gonna be picking up the next book. That's how I feel. Now I have the Into Darkness trilogy. I've read Lights Out and caught up. I have not read Game On yet. Okay? But you best believe I'm gonna be reading it. Okay? I'm ready. Okay? The only reason I have not picked it up is because it wasn't on my TBR this month, but also because my other friend is wanting me to wait to read it because she's now reading Lights Out. She's not big into reading or anything, but we went to the bookstore together and she was like, Destiny, I need something like this. And so I suggested this book because it's not too dark of a romance, but it's still a vibe. And she says that she's loving it, so she's gonna want to read Caught Up, and then she wants to read Game On together. So yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to read this one. I want to so bad. You don't even know. If she doesn't if she doesn't get there in like about a month or two, I'm picking it up. I can't. But yeah, I'm loving it. Obviously, I loved Lights Out. I still loved Caught Up. A lot of people hated Caught Up. I still loved it. Not as much as Lights Out, but I still loved it. And people are saying Game On is even better. Come on. Next, I have Throne of Glass. I did not feel like grabbing the entire series, but I have Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. It's an 8-book series, and so far I've read Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, and Heir of Fire, and I'm reading The Assassin's Blade right now. So I have 4 books after left, and I will be continuing the series. I am loving it. What can I say? I'm such a basic bitch, and I love everything that everyone else loves. Okay. Immediately continuing it, especially since I don't know what I was gonna say there. Oh my god. I'm so excited to see what happens in the rest of the series. Like Heir of Fire ended and I immediately wanted to pick up Queen of Shadows, but then I had to pick up Assassin's Blade instead. So now I'm just like, I want to know what happens in Queen of Shadows. Because a lot of people say that that's their favorite book of the series. So I'm intrigued. Next, I have the Never After series by Emily McIntyre. I've read Hooked, Scarred, Wretched, and Twisted. So I only have Crossed and Hexed left. I have no idea if there's more books in the series other than those. Here's the thing, okay? I've heard that Crossed is very heavily like church based and religious based, which doesn't deter me, but it also kind of deters me because it's just like if they make it weird, then it's weird and I don't like it. And then Hexed, I don't know, it could be a vibe. But yeah, I only have like these two left, unless there is more books. So I probably will be finishing the series, but I'm also not 100% sure because I don't know. Again, like I read the rest of this series at the beginning of my reading journey, so like my taste is so much different now. I'll probably read them. If there's more books in the series, probably won't be reading the rest of them, but I will be reading the rest of what I have. Does that make sense? I think it does. Now I have the Dirty Air series by Lauren Asher. I've read Throttled and Collided, so I only have Wrecked and Redeemed left, and a lot of people say that Redeemed, which is the last book, is their absolute favorite of the series, so I am excited to get to it. I don't know, it's been almost a year since I've read Collided, so I'm surprised I haven't picked up the last two books. We will be continuing the series. I just don't know when. Because I've been trying to read this series first before I get into her newest series, which is the Lakefront Billionaire series. I have all the books for it. I just want to complete this series first. So I'm more motivated in that way to complete the series. But I did have a good time with Throttled and Collided. Don't get me wrong. So we'll be continuing it. Next, I have the Legacy of God series by Rena Kent. Okay, I've read all of these except this one. Now, I've just finished God of Fury last month, so it's not like it's been sitting on my TBR for so long. So I will be continuing it because I have one left and I want to read more of Rena Kent's series. And I feel like I can't unless I finish this series because I feel like I'm going to be cheating on it. Anyway, so I'll probably be picking this up sometime soon. But this series I am iffy about because they all start to blend together. So I don't know what's going on. Next, I have the ACOTAR series. Now, this was a completed series until recently, where Sarah J. Maas announced book 6 and 7 of ACOTAR coming out in October and January. So it's an uncompleted series, and I will be continuing it. You best believe. That's why I'm reading Throne of Glass, and I'll be reading Crescent City soon. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. And then I'll be reading this in October. Sorry, all these books are hurting my wrist right now. But yeah, I'll be continuing the series. Obviously, I fell in love with this series from the moment I picked up ACOTAR. I thought I was done, but I just realized I have another series. The Empyrean series. If you guys know me, you'll know that obviously I'm going to be continuing the series. Obviously. Who do you think I am? This series, I'm going to be continuing. I'm going to be devouring. I'm literally gnawing at my enclosure for the next book. Come on. I need it ASAP. Yesterday. Last year. I needed it. I read Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and Onyx Storm. I'm just waiting for the fourth book to come out. I'm waiting for the fifth book to come out. And there's also like a little novella type of thing that's coming out in September. I have no idea what it is, but I will be getting it. Those are all the series that I'm in the middle of. Too many, in fact. How many? 33, but then some of them I'm not completing, so I can count them off. That's crazy! Oh my god. I just realized how crazy that was. So I really need to get on with finishing these series. But yeah, I hope that this video has given you guys more of an idea of what series I'm in the middle of and kind of give you guys an understanding why I'm not starting that many series recently. But yeah, stay tuned. I'm probably going to be uploading a continuing series I'm in the middle of vlog next month. I'm pretty sure I have it in my calendar that I'm doing it. So yeah, that is it for this video. I am done yapping, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.